Welcome back, Careblazer. Today we are talking about Lewy body dementia and Parkinson's disease, 5 key differences. There are a lot of overlapping similar symptoms with Parkinson's disease dementia, and Lewy body dementia. So we're going to talk today about 5 key differences on how you can tell the difference. And yes, Careblazer, I know I am still in a very weird place recording these videos because there's work being done at my house and I want to make sure these videos get out to you. So I apologize for the strange setup, for the strange little microphone, and for the background. We're just going to work with what we have. I hope you'll be able to pay attention more to the information than to the surroundings. Okay, let's get started here. So Lewy body dementia and Parkinson's disease dementia both look very similar. They both have problems with thinking and reasoning that progresses and gets worse with time. In Lewy body dementia in particular, we're going to notice significant thinking decline, significant difficulty with reasoning. We're going to have one of the hallmark features, which are visual hallucinations, often of other people or animals. Also in Lewy body dementia, we're going to notice fluctuation, where somebody might seem okay some days or some moments, and other days and other moments, they're not so okay. This is really different than like Alzheimer's disease, where we just start to see like really slow, gradual decline. And for the most part, the person has the same amount of problems day after day. Versus Lewy body dementia, it's really fluctuating. A lot of times in Lewy body dementia, they can have REM sleep disorders where they are almost acting out their dreams in their sleep. And that symptom might occur before a lot of the other thinking symptoms. I remember when I was in my fellowship, one of the things that I learned about Lewy body dementia was that there were a lot of strange kind of medical symptoms that would happen that the family members were always taking their loved ones to figure out, here's a strange medical symptom, or here's this, we don't know what's going on. And all of those kinds of symptoms, like the REM sleep disorder, they all happened before it was realized they had Lewy body dementia. These physical symptoms tended to happen before the cognitive symptoms. If you're caring for a loved one with Lewy body dementia, if you think back to the timeline of how you got that diagnosis, did you notice that in your loved one? Does that kind of make sense that there was a lot of confusing medical things that happened first? Also in Lewy body dementia, you'll oftentimes notice Parkinsonism, which we talked about last week. This is where the person has some problems with their movement, very similar to people who have Parkinson's disease, or maybe they have a tremor, they're maybe rigid with their movements, they have difficulty with their balance. But the big difference here is that these movement problems happened after or around the same time as the thinking problems occurred. Versus Parkinson's disease dementia, the thinking problems happen well after all the movement problems happened. It's really about the timing. Okay, so that's Lewy body dementia. Let's talk about Parkinson's disease. A classic sign of Parkinson's disease is going to be shaking in the hands, but that doesn't always occur in Lewy body dementia. Bradykinesia, which is really slowness of movement, happens with Parkinson's disease, doesn't always happen with Lewy body dementia. Rigidity, again, the stiffness of the muscles, happens in Parkinson's disease, sometimes happens in Lewy body dementia. And as we mentioned in last week's video, in Parkinson's disease, the thinking problems can develop down the line to the point that maybe they would develop dementia. But in the beginning, certainly it's really motor symptoms only, not very much thinking problems at all. So how do we really tell the difference between Parkinson's disease and Lewy body dementia? There are 3 key differences here. One is the timing. Specifically in Lewy body dementia, you're going to see cognitive thinking problems happen earlier than motor problems. Maybe they happen around the same time. Either way, Lewy body dementia, you'll see the thinking problems happening well before or around the same time as motor problems. In Parkinson's disease, you are going to notice the thinking problems happening well after the motor problems. So it's all about timing. Number 2, kind of a same thing, different way to say it. In Lewy body dementia, cognition is impacted first. In Parkinson's disease, motor is impacted first. Hallucinations are another kind of way to try to tell the two apart. Hallucinations, very common in Lewy body dementia and often early on in that disease process versus in Parkinson's disease. It doesn't always happen, and when it does, it tends to be later on in the disease process. Another key tell-apart sign would be the REM sleep disorder issue, which is very common in Lewy body dementia, but less common in Parkinson's disease. Careblazer, I hope this video was helpful to you. Feel free to leave your follow-up questions or any type of question you have in the comments below so that we can look them over and add them to our future topic video list. That's how we get our ideas directly from you. As always, thank you for what you're doing for your loved one with dementia. If you haven't already, please consider clicking that red subscribe button. First of all, if you have already clicked the red subscribe button, thank you so much. Truly, I love you for that. And here's the reason why it's so important. I don't run any ads here on YouTube. This is all just free that I do here on YouTube. When people subscribe to this channel, YouTube is so smart, they know kind of a little bit about you. And so they will find another person who is similar to you, who is out there right now looking for help on dementia, and they don't know that this channel exists. So the only way this channel gets in front of other people is when amazing people like you show YouTube that it is a helpful channel and you subscribe to it, or you comment on it, or you like it. That's the only way this channel grows. All right, I'm sending you so much love. Bye.
Also, Nico gets a belly rub for every person who subscribes from this video. So if you haven't already, click the red subscribe button. It's totally free, and Nico says thank you very much.